World Geography, Basics of Geography, Tools of Geography. After viewing this video, you should be able to accomplish two tasks. The first one is to describe and interpret different types of maps. Second, you should be able to answer the question, what types of information technologies contribute to a greater understanding of Earth? Introduction. Function of a map. The function, or the purpose of a map, is to show the location of places, landforms, and bodies of water, and where these are in relation to other parts of the Earth. Interpreting maps. Map facts. A map is a flat, two-dimensional representation of three-dimensional space. This helps geographers communicate information. Map features. The title of a map describes the information that it presents. Usually you also find a legend on a map, and it lists the symbols that are used, also including any special colors or shading, and it will identify what each symbol represents. You can also usually find a compass rose, which shows the four basic directions of north, south, east, and west. And there's also often a scale, which shows how much the map has been reduced in size. It shows the actual distance between places on the map. Here you find a map with the title Economic Activities of Southwest Asia. You may want to pause here a minute and look through the directions of how to read a map and identify each of the sections on the map. Some people use dog's tails in order to describe a map. And dog's tails just encourages you to look for the date, the orientation, the grid, latitude and longitude lines, scale, title, author, the index, if the map has one, legend, and any sources, where did the map come from. Physical maps. Features. On a physical map, you can see the types of landforms and the bodies of water that are found in a specific area. Shading or contour lines, these will indicate elevation or altitude, how high up something is. If the elevation is quite high, you'll usually find that shaded in a darker color, usually a dark brown. This change in elevation or altitude is often called relief. And once again, here's a map of the Indian subcontinent. It's a physical map. You may want to pause here, look it over closely so that you understand the concept of elevation and the different colors that are used to describe it. Political maps. Features. On a political map, it indicates the features of the Earth's surface that humans created. So on a political map, you find cities, states, provinces, territories, countries, and political boundaries or borders. Political borders can be drawn along artificial boundaries. An artificial boundary would be like a line of latitude. A line of latitude separates Western Canada from Western United States. Or a political border may be drawn along a natural boundary, like a river or a mountain range. You find this with the Rio Grande River separating Texas and Mexico. Here's a different view of the Indian subcontinent. This is a political map. And again, you may want to pause for a moment, look at it, and see how it's a little bit different than the physical map. Thematic maps. Features. A thematic map focuses on a specific type of information. There's usually 3 types of thematic maps. The first is a qualitative map. And a qualitative map uses colors, shading, symbols, dots, lines, or a combination of those to help one see patterns related to a specific idea. A cartogram, the second type of thematic map, presents the size of a country in proportion to a set of data rather than the actual land size. And the third thematic map, a flowline map, illustrates movement of people, goods, diseases, ideas, animals, even glaciers. Here's some examples of these 3 types of thematic maps. You find the qualitative map, and that just indicates the shading is the Roman Empire and where Romance languages are spoken. The flowline map indicates the Bantu migration from Central Africa to Southern Africa over thousands of years. It's shown by a series of arrows. And the cartogram, this is a cartogram of how many barrels of oil each country have. So a country like Saudi Arabia is drawn to a much larger size than, say, the United States because they have more barrels of oil than the United States. Information technologies. GIS. GIS stands for Graphic Information Systems. And these are spatial information systems that merge information from satellites and land-based sources. For instance, GIS uses data from satellite photography, land-based maps, calls to 911, text messages, Facebook posts, tweets, statistics that are collected, and many other sources. This data is all aggregated or put together, and they run a computer algorithm to look for patterns and trends in this data. These techniques are used to solve very complex problems and to look for things that humans wouldn't see by themselves. The computers can kind of assist them. The internet is another information technology that's used in geography. And as we know, it connects millions of computers together throughout the world, and it makes vast amounts of information easily available. GPS. GPS stands for Global Positioning Systems. And global positioning systems allow users to locate their exact position on Earth at any time using some kind of GPS device, say in the car or even on your iPhone, anything like that. GPS is also used by drones to shoot missiles at, your enemy. And that's it. So thank you very much for listening.